Hi everybody, it's Christy again, and I'm making a video because we up here on the mountain, 7,000 plus feet up, have not gotten much snow at all this winter. In fact, it's been more like fall, and we're even getting new grass growing already when we're supposed to be getting snow well into March. They call it March Madness here. It's something that's normal, but this year we've only had like 3 snowy days, and then of course the snow has stayed on the ground for a few days after that. But as far as snow falling, and then a couple days where it snowed when the temperatures were in the mid to upper 40s, which is very unusual. It was obviously not real snow, but not enough fell on the ground for us to do any tests. But today a bunch of snow is on the ground. I have a piece of ice here, and I have the snow we picked up. It's first thing in the morning, so excuse any mistakes. We woke up and immediately decided to do this. Okay, here's the ice. We noticed that when we noticed that when we burned it with the lighter, it does make a plasticine type smell. And it makes it black, but we noticed that when we use a small handheld torch that it does actually melt. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you on camera what happened when I put the fire up to it. You can see that there's no ice or no melting from this snow. It's not real ice. It is cold, and it does create a wet substance on my finger, but as you can see, it is creating this black stuff on the ice. But I mean, lighters can do that on things, but why is it not melting? A lot like plastic. I mean, it's really gross. Let's see if I can get you to see the black more on this. It's showing up. No drips, and that's pretty easy to see that nothing's dripping. See that very easily. Black crap. Okay, so I have a control piece, the ice. See what happens when I put the lighter directly up to the ice. If we get any melting, dripping. Oh, okay, so we do have dripping when I do that. But we also get black stuff on the ice.
Carbonation.
And it does kind of smell funky. So.
And that's spring water from an ice cube tray.
Yeah, this is spring water from our refrigerator. You can. I don't really want to hold it over the computer and my camera, but it's a piece of ice. You can see it's a piece of ice. And it is making the black stuff, and it does kind of smell. It does have a similar smell. But the snow did not have any melting at all. It didn't fall. So I don't know. It's one to think about. Definitely do some more tests on. But I've had other people tell me that they've done the lighter test to their snow, and it's done the same thing. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way even to get control snow anymore, because every single time it snows, there's chemtrail. Here on the mountain where it's supposed to snow. Now I am in Southern California, but because it's 7,000 feet up, we have a ski resort here. So, and it normally snows a lot. Like I said, March Madness, we get several feet of snow. I think what's been some of the highest, we've definitely, 3, 4, 5, 6, I mean, that's usual.
4 feet in a day 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, so. Can you give me the torch? Alright, so I'm going to take the other side of this. I mean, my hands are slightly wet, but again, the melting, it's barely any water. It's barely, just the fingertips. There's no bunches of dripping. When I take the blowtorch to it, it does melt without the black stuff, and there is dripping. So there's that.
I have a feeling that the blackness could be just a result of the soot coming from the flames, and that it could be collecting on the porous surface of the snow, leading it to leave that blackness and the smell. Mm-hmm. The smell could simply be the exhaust getting trapped on the surface.
That's possible.
So
the curious part is there's no dripping of water
until you hit it with a 2,000 degree torch.
Yeah, and so which seems opposite. Yeah, it seems opposite, because you'd think that the torch would cause evaporation of the water, you know,
or instant ice over,
because it's so hot. And the you know, piffling little lighter should allow for some dripping, but apparently that's reversed. Obviously the torch is going to melt the regular ice, but I guess we can do a control, since, you know, we're so here. Even the ice is leaving the black stuff on my fingers, so because it's not sticking in the pores like the other piece has pores. Okay, so I'm taking the torch to the ice. Yeah, melting, instant melting, no black stuff. Same as the snow. So again, both the control ice piece and the snow created the black stuff and the funky smell, which is probably an effect of the chemicals used in lighter, which makes you think twice about using a lighter for things that you inhale. But so the black stuff was on both pieces, but we did the one strange anomaly to repeat again. The snow did not leave any dripping of water during the lighter melting process, but the ice did. Whereas with the blowtorch process, there was no black on either piece, and both pieces melted with water drippage. So I just wanted to make this video here in Big Bear, California, near Big Bear, California, to let people know what was going on with the snow. And you know, this is the same thing that we're seeing in Georgia. I have friends on my Facebook that have also seen the same type of stuff. So if you're interested in any more information like this, or other truth information in regards to spirituality, in regards to the occult, such as, you know, the Illuminati, if you are interested in MK Ultra, or any of those types of subjects, I have first-hand experience in many of the subjects, and I have studied basically since I was 2 years old in a lot of these areas, because of my out-of-body at 2. I began to really observe humanity, especially in my home, very closely, to see why these things were going, these traumas and stuff. So I have a lot of information and knowledge on that, as I made it my life's purpose to understand the human consciousness on a very deep emotional level, and understand why you know, we've been pushed to the stress levels to where even in our own homes, you know, there's these traumas occurring. So, and it's not by accident. It's very well orchestrated and planned. I've studied chemtrails. I studied all these things. I did take advanced science courses all throughout school. I was in gifted and talented from kindergarten, and began to take advanced sciences, including when I was a pre-med student at the University of Texas at Austin. I did leave that school, thank God. It is an MK Ultra school. They do funnel students into a think tank there, which a CIA agent, Harold Putoff, works and heads, and he's a known you know, scientist in the MK Ultra, and has done things to children. So, and they are studying 0-point and levitation, something I know very well about. I make 0-point energy devices. There's my cube one behind me. Again, excuse the room. We're just waking up. But, the world is waking up on a massive scale. So, full disclosure is definitely coming at you. Their time's up. And I will be releasing information about the 0-point energy. In fact, actually, I can't do it right now because I'm going to withhold one of the necessary ingredients, if you will, to the 0-point energy device, and I have it written on a piece of paper, and I don't have that one covered yet. So I would have put it out, but I will be releasing that information. But you can get more information on all of this stuff at my Facebook, and it's facebook.com/ChristyNiNe, or you can look up Christy ChristyTiNe, that's ChristyNine, one word, or ChristyTiNe, ChristyTiETJE. I also have a blog, and it's at ChristyNiNe.livejournal.com. And I have, of course, my YouTube, and that's ChristyNiNe. And that's youtube.com/ChristyNiNe. So, and my notes on Facebook are really helpful. I also have an extensive photo album collection of my 0-point energy devices, what's kind of inside them, as well as proof that the royalty have been using these devices for thousands and thousands of years. Pictures of that on there. And if you go all the way down to the description on my 0-point energy modulator album, you will have all the information you need to get caught up on what this technology is, why it's classified, where I got the technology, who gave it to me and taught me how to make them. So go ahead and do your research, and realize that you're the scientist. Your life, your consciousness, that is the lab. And it's time for us to stop looking to these so-called trained, official, educated, degreed scientists who are working for money paid by the Illuminati and their big corporations, and start realizing that we're the scientists, we're the lab. We don't need their proof. We have living proof within our own very lives. So get to work. We have a lot to do, everybody. And my infinite and unconditional love to all of you infinite beings who are, in truth, the one divine consciousness. I love you, and have a great day.